Namaste friends, I hope you are doing fine. How do you feel when you have to collate data from multiple files? I get a file daily which I need to append into a single large file or table. Let me demonstrate with an example. Let's see option 1 in action. I copy data manually from file 1 and paste it into the collated file with the help of our favorite friends Ctrl C and Ctrl V. I repeat the same step with file number 2 and the subsequent files, making the process tedious. If a new file is added to the folder daily, I will have to repeat the same step daily. Let us now see an alternate option. I can create a VBA macro. It will take me some time to record it, then some more time to make the code dynamic, some more time to test the code and troubleshoot it. Moreover, I cannot hand over task to someone who is unacquainted with VBA. I am Subhojit and I welcome you to this exciting session where I will share an alternative to collate data from multiple files using Power Query. Before we proceed, you can help boost my confidence. Please like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel for more such amazing videos. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Share the video with your friends. Let's get started. First, we need a folder containing files with the same number of columns. There are 5 columns in each of our sample files. Second, we note the location of the folder. In our example, the folder named csv_files is located in Downloads folder of my laptop. Third, we need Microsoft 365 version or older version which is equipped with Power Query. On older versions of Office software, Power Query can be installed as an add-in. Let's switch over to Excel. I click on the Data menu, then select Get Data from File, from Folder. In the Browse window, I'll ensure that the location is selected in the address bar. I'll double click on csv_files to select this folder. Since we are selecting at the folder level, the contents will not be visible. I click on Open button. A preview window will appear where I can see the names of the files present inside the folder. It also shows some more attributes like date accessed, date modified, date created, folder path. In our previous videos, we saw Power Query showed only load and transform data buttons. But now I also have a combine button which I'll click on and select combine and transform data. Power Query will work its magic and display the result in a preview window. This is the Combine Files window. It will show a preview of the collated data, but only limited to the first 200 rows. We can increase the number of rows over here through these options. I'll let it be as it is. The next section that I would like to highlight is the sample file. In this drop-down, we have the default value as first file. Power Query assumes that the number of columns in all the files that I want to collate is same. But if there is one file which has a different number of columns, say 6 or 4, I'll have to select the file which has the maximum number of columns as a template. Power Query will then collate the files based on the template that is selected in this dropdown. Now, since I don't want to change anything, I'll leave it as it is. Then I'll click on OK. Power Query works its magic through the helper queries listed in the left-hand side. These queries give the output in a single query called CSV files, and the steps within that query are listed in applied steps section. If we look at the output of the query, we see that there are 6 columns instead of 5. What is the reason for it? Well, Power Query always ensures that it adds a column with the name of the file from which this record originates. It is very helpful when you want to troubleshoot any issues with the collated data. You would want to know from which file this particular row comes from. This looks great, and since I don't want to make any more changes, I'll just click on Close and Load and select Close and Load. Power Query will then load the entire data into a table on a sheet. So what happens when we get a new file and I want to append the data from the new file to this particular table? Let's see that. I'll go over to the CSV underscore files folder and paste on another file which I have already copied. I'll come back to the Excel file and I'll click on data and refresh all. The number of records over here was somewhere around 9,000. Now it's increased to 11,471. And if I scroll to the end of the sheet, here is the data from the new file. So in this way, Power Query takes over a boring task from us. This technique will come handy when you want to collate multiple files of the same dimension or even different dimensions. It works on multiple file formats like CSV, XLSX, and even macro files with the extension .xlsm. I hope this video added another tool to your data analysis toolkit. We will meet again in another exciting video very soon. Stay tuned, bye bye, and take care.